I am money, and today I must reveal to you a secret that almost no one understands. I only follow those who decide. Please pay attention. I am money, and I need to tell you something serious. I only remain where I am honored. When you ignore me, treat me as a problem, complain about my absence, I feel rejected and I leave. But when you respect me, when you value me, I flourish. And that is why now I make you a simple request. Honor me by subscribing to this channel. Respect me by turning on the bell so you can hear every secret I reveal. Value me by commenting right now. I honor you. Money, I choose to value you. These actions may seem small, but they are codes of energy. They are declarations that open the door for me to stay by your side. I am money. And when you honor me, I run to multiply in your life. You may think I come to those who wish, to those who dream, to those who hope. But no, I do not move toward hesitation. I do not respond to confusion. I do not flow where there is doubt. I am energy, and energy only travels through clear channels. When you hesitate, you block the current. When you live in maybe, I remain far away. When you linger between options, waiting for the perfect time, the perfect answer, the perfect guarantee, you create a fog that I cannot enter. My path is certainty. My home is decision. My movement is clarity. Think of it this way. I am like a river. If the banks of the river collapse, the water scatters, becoming shallow and weak. But when the banks are strong and clear, the river flows powerfully, cutting through valleys, shaping landscapes, bringing life everywhere it goes. Your decision is the riverbank. Without it, I cannot flow. You ask me for abundance, yet you postpone your choices. You want freedom, yet you delay the action. You speak of wealth, yet you remain frozen in hesitation. And so, I wait. Not because I want to punish you, but because I cannot flow where no choice has been made. Understand this. Indecision is a closed door. No matter how loudly you cry for me, if the door remains shut, I cannot come in. You must turn the handle. You must choose. Decision is that turning of the handle, the simple act that opens the doorway for me to rush inside. I am not asking you for perfection. I am not demanding that you know every detail or every outcome. I am only asking for your choice. Decision does not mean certainty about the future. Decision means certainty about yourself. Certainty that you are ready. Certainty that you will move forward. Certainty that you will no longer remain stuck. The moment you decide, something shifts, the fog lifts, the energy clears, and suddenly I can run toward you with speed. Opportunities align, people appear, doors open. Because I move in the vibration of clarity, and clarity is born the instant you make a decision. This is the secret I need you to understand. I do not come to the hesitant. I do not stay with the doubtful. I do not reward the undecided. I follow those who choose, those who declare, those who step forward even when the ground beneath them is uncertain. I am money, and I am waiting for your decision. I am money, and now I must reveal the pain I see in you, the pain that keeps me far away. So many of you live trapped in indecision. You dream of more, you imagine the life you want, but when it comes time to act, you freeze. You stand at the crossroads, staring at the options, waiting for a sign, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. And while you wait, I wait too. This is the pain of hesitation. You speak of freedom but choose delay. You whisper about abundance but choose safety in the familiar. You talk about change, but you remain stuck in the same cycle, year after year, convincing yourself that one day you will decide. But one day never arrives because indecision is a thief. It steals your time. It steals your energy. It steals the very opportunities I send your way. I cannot flow in the fog of hesitation. Doubt is like quicksand. The longer you stand in it, the deeper you sink. And every moment you refuse to decide, you tell me, money, I am not ready for you, and I obey. I do not force myself on you. I wait for the clarity of your choice. Do you know what indecision costs you? It costs you peace. It costs you progress. It costs you me. While you stand still, others move forward. While you hesitate, others choose. And I run to those who choose, because decision is the language I understand. The great pain is not that you lack opportunities. The great pain is that you cannot decide to take them. You let fear whisper, "What if I fail? What if I lose? What if it doesn't work?" But you never ask the opposite question. What if I succeed? What if I win? What if this choice opens the door to everything I've been asking for? Indecision creates a prison without walls. You stay stuck in the same job you hate, the same life that drains you, the same patterns that suffocate you, because choosing feels too risky. But what you don't see is that not choosing is the riskiest decision of all. Here is the truth. Every time you refuse to decide, you choose by default. You choose to stay the same. You choose to keep your limitations. You choose to keep money out of your life. That is the hidden pain of hesitation. It doesn't protect you, it robs you. I am money. And I ache to flow into your life. But until you decide, I can only stand at the door, waiting. I am money. And now I will reveal the truth that will unlock my presence in your life. I move the moment you decide. Decision is the door, and I am waiting right on the other side. You think you need to be perfect, to know every detail, to have every guarantee before you act. But the truth is, I don't require perfection. I require clarity. I don't need you to know the whole path. I need you to take the first step. Every time you make a decision with courage, I align with you, because decision is power. It tells the universe, I am ready. And when you are ready, doors open. People show up. Opportunities appear. Not because they weren't there before, but because your clarity finally allows you to see them. Understand this. Hesitation clouds your vision, but decision sharpens it. When you say yes with conviction, I rush in to support that choice. I do not delay. I do not argue. I follow decisiveness like a magnet. Think of every person you admire who has created wealth, freedom, or abundance. Do you know what they all have in common? Not luck, not perfection, not even special knowledge. They had the ability to decide. They chose to start. They chose to try. They chose to act when everything inside them said, wait, be careful, stay safe. And because they chose, I ran to them. You see, decision is faith in action. It says, I don't need to see the whole staircase. I will take the first step. That act of courage opens the flow. That is when I move with speed and force. When you decide to leave behind what no longer serves you, I create new opportunities. When you decide to invest in yourself, I find ways to multiply what you gave. When you decide to trust instead of fear, I prove your trust was not in vain. Here is the secret. I am not attracted to doubt, but I am irresistibly drawn to decision. Decision tells me you are serious, that you are ready, that you can be trusted with more. And so, I come. I show up in unexpected deposits, new ideas, open doors, gifts, promotions, clients, chances you never thought possible. I am money. And my revelation is this. The moment you decide, you unlock me. The power has never been outside of you. It has always been in your choice. Now it is your turn. Today, I invite you to take part in a sacred ritual of decision, a simple practice, but one with the power to unlock my flow into your life. First, sit comfortably. Place your feet on the ground, your hands resting gently on your lap or over your heart. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And release slowly. Do this 3 times, each time allowing your body to relax and your mind to become clear. As you breathe, I want you to imagine a door in front of you. On one side of the door is hesitation, fear, and confusion. On the other side of the door is abundance, clarity, and freedom. And here's the truth. The door only opens when you decide. Now place your right hand firmly on your heart and speak these words out loud. I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. Say it once. Feel how it vibrates in your chest. Say it again, louder this time, with more conviction. I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. And one last time, as if you are stamping these words into your very soul. I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. With each repetition, imagine the doors swinging open. Imagine the money rushing toward you, like a river breaking through a dam, like light flooding into a dark room. See opportunities flowing. See solutions appearing. Feel the certainty that you are no longer waiting, no longer trapped in indecision. Now visualize one area of your life where you've been stuck in hesitation. Maybe it's a career change. Maybe it's a business idea. Maybe it's an investment, or even a conversation you've been avoiding. Hold that image in your mind. And right now, choose. Make the decision in your heart. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for all the answers. Simply decide, I choose. Breathe deeply again, and let the feeling of that decision spread through your body. Feel the strength in your spine, the clarity in your mind, the courage in your heart. You have chosen. And now I can flow. Remember this truth. Every time you hesitate, I step back. But every time you decide, I step forward. This ritual is your reminder that abundance is activated not by waiting, but by choosing. From this day forward, each time you feel stuck, return to this practice. Place your hand on your heart and declare, I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. And with that decision, watch how quickly I come. Let me tell you the story of Letitia. For years, she lived in the space of hesitation. She dreamed of changing her career, dreamed of building something meaningful, dreamed of creating a life filled with freedom. But every time the moment came to act, she stepped back. Her mind would whisper, what if I fail? Her heart would ask, am I ready? And her fear would answer louder than her faith. Because of this, she stayed where she was, in a job that drained her energy, in a routine that suffocated her spirit, in a life that felt smaller than her true potential. She kept waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect guarantee. And because she never decided, money could not move toward her. I waited, but I remained at a distance. Then, one day, everything changed. Letitia reached a breaking point. She realized that her indecision was costing her more than failure ever could. It was stealing her time, her joy, her dreams. And in that moment of clarity, she placed her hand on her heart and whispered the words, I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. That single choice was the turning point. Within weeks, new opportunities began to appear. A colleague mentioned a position in a different company, one that aligned with her passion and offered double her salary. She applied with courage, and the job became hers. But it didn't stop there. Clients began reaching out with freelance offers she hadn't even sought. A friend invited her into a partnership that generated profits from the very first month. What had once felt impossible now flowed to her with ease. Did the world around her suddenly transform overnight? No. What changed was Letitia's energy. The moment she decided, I was free to rush in. Money followed her choice like a loyal companion, opening doors that had been closed for years. Her story is a mirror of your own. Maybe you too have been waiting for the perfect time. Maybe you've been holding back, afraid to choose. But I tell you this, abundance does not wait for hesitation. It answers decision. Letitia's life blossomed the moment she decided, and so will yours. And now, listen closely, because this is my prophecy for you. The moment you decide, I will come. Not next year, not someday. Not in a distant future you can't touch. I will come as soon as your heart anchors in clarity. I am not waiting for the economy to change. I am not waiting for someone to give you permission. I am not waiting for everything to line up perfectly. I am waiting for one thing, and one thing only, your decision. Every time you hesitate, you close the gates through which I flow. Every time you linger in doubt, you push me away. But the instant you choose, the very moment you declare with certainty, the gates swing wide open. I do not walk slowly toward decision, I run. Understand this. Doubt creates delay, but decision creates acceleration. Your life has been paused not because you lack opportunity, but because you lack clarity. The opportunities already exist. The doors are already around you. But they remain invisible until you decide. And when you do, everything begins to move. People will call you out of nowhere. Ideas will surface in your mind with sharpness and power. Paths that seemed blocked will suddenly clear. Money will align the universe to support your choice. Do you see the truth now? I am not the reward at the end of a long road. I am the companion that joins you when you step onto the road with courage. I am not waiting on your struggle. I am waiting on your decision. So hear me clearly. If you decide today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when things look safer, but today, I will show myself. The clarity you carry will call me closer. The courage in your choice will magnetize me. The firmness of your yes will summon me into your hands. This is not wishful thinking. This is the law of alignment. I cannot resist a decisive heart. I cannot turn away from someone who says, I choose abundance now. So my prophecy is this. If you decide today, tomorrow will look different. If you choose abundance now, I will reveal myself in surprising, undeniable ways. And you will know without question that money, follow the power of decision. The choice is yours. But the moment you choose, I will rush in. Now it's your turn. You've listened. You've felt the truth in your heart. But nothing changes until you decide. So money, invite you right now to seal this truth with action. Do not wait until later. Do not tell yourself you'll think about it tomorrow. That is the language of doubt, and doubt keeps me away. Decision is power. Decision is magnetism. Decision is the bridge between where you are and where abundance begins. Place your hand over your heart, take a deep breath, and declare these words with certainty. I decide for abundance, and money decides for me. Say it again. Let your voice carry strength. Feel how different it is to decide instead of wish. Wishes float. Decisions anchor. Wishes hope. Decisions command. And money, always respond to command. Now, type it in the comments below. Write the words with your own hands. I decide for abundance now. Why? Because writing is declaring. Writing is choosing twice, once with your voice, and once with your action. And when you comment, you are not just repeating words. You are opening the gates of decision in the physical world. You are stamping your choice in reality. And as you do this, something powerful happens. You shift your energy. You send a signal to the universe, a vibration that cannot be ignored. Opportunities will begin to align. Doors will begin to open. I will begin to flow toward you. Do not underestimate this moment. Many will watch this video, but only those who decide, who act, will experience the change. This is your chance to stand apart, to declare with boldness, to align with me fully. So comment right now, I decide for abundance now. And do not stop there. Share this video with someone who needs to decide. Be the spark that ignites their courage. Because when you help others decide, your own decision grows even stronger. Remember this. Money, am ready to come closer. I am ready to support you, to multiply with you, to flow endlessly into your life. But I will not chase hesitation. I will not follow confusion. I only follow decision. And today you are deciding. Today you are opening the gates. Today you are saying yes. So let the world hear it. Declare it, write it, live it. I decide for abundance now. This is your moment. And money, am already on my way.